Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Penguin Powered Gaming, where a lifelong Civ player learns to play Civilization 7. So let's jump right into it, to where we left off.
Masters of the rivers and desert alike, the Songhai venture forth into the land, stirred by the songs of the griot.
And first things first, let's go ahead and lock our frames per second to 60. You're going to see me do that a lot. I really hope that Firaxis patches that on the Linux version of the launcher. So in the last game, and I actually have a short of this as well, of called a Scout's Folly, where our scout made a questionable decision. They went into an encampment and turned over a charlatan over to, like a religious charlatan, over to some villagers. In doing so, he took some damage, and there's also some enemy encampments here, some enemy tribesmen, that ended up costing our scouts life. So there's pros and cons to that. In the immediate future, we received 100 gold. Now, a scout costs 120 gold. So that is a net loss. However, that's also 100 gold, or I think the other option was like 50 happiness towards the celebration, that the AI did not get. So that's, pros and cons to that, I suppose, because Charlemagne could have absolutely gotten that, and he was going to get that. He could have lost a scout as well. I don't know. It just depends on if the tribesmen went after him or not. But in any case, we made the choice, good or bad. I may have chosen differently if I had to do it over again. But we made our choice. So we're going to keep going and keep on keeping on. So let's see. The last time we left off, we also had a really big decision to make, and that was what pantheon we were going to choose. Now, we're mostly on like desert and plains. We don't have a lot of food. Honestly, we don't have a lot of production either. I do have a few mines that I can work. So I was hoping there would be a pantheon for desert tiles, like I have seen in previous Civ games, but I don't really see one. So maybe that will come maybe in an expansion or an update. But so far, I'm looking at fertility rites because I need more food in my cities. Goddess of Festivals is also, or not festivals, Goddess of Harvests is also very good because it gives me food on my farms and my plantations. So that would be, let's see, here's a farm. So 1, here's a plantation, 2, 3, and then when I get that cotton, that would be 4. Whereas if you look at Goa, I'm producing 20.3 food, 10%. I'm going to be getting 2, right? So long term, I believe that the fertility rites will pay off. Short term, the Goddess of Harvest would absolutely pay off. Now, would it benefit us in our other cities? Probably not so much. I do possibly plan on putting a city down here so I can get that pasture. The fishing boats also I really like with the Songhai and Amina. However, I'm not really taking advantage of the fishing boats where I settled. And maybe if I would have, I don't know, maybe if I would have settled further near the coast, like actually maybe over here, if I would have settled in this spot, I may have absolutely chosen the fishing one. But since I did not, I'm not going to be choosing that. Even though that would give me 4 hammers for this city. So that's 2 pantheons that would give me 4 hammers for each one. And then, let's see, the goddess, or the god of the forge, 10% production, towards constructing buildings and cities with an altar. That's huge. That's across your entire empire. So that's very, very attractive. I really, really like that. I don't think I'm going to choose it this game, but I very much like that. And I think the God of the Sun is just a general good one. And then you also have some that multiple civilizations can get, like the Sacred Waters. So the altar receives +1 happiness adjacency for coast, lakes, and navigable rivers. So I can get a little more happiness. This Stone Circles is pretty good too. +1 production on clay pits, mines, and quarries and settlements with an altar. So if you have a lot of mines, that might be okay as well. So I believe that we're going to do fertility rites. In Gene we have, let's see, we have 7 food, and we're going to grow in 1 turn. So we'll be getting more citizens very soon. So let's see, that was 10%, I think, fertility rights give you. So we should be getting close to 1 more food here soon, and then we'll be getting 2 in Goa. And again, that's civilization wide and long. I'm looking more long term. So, and also another civilization doesn't get this, and I think that's a big thing that sometimes you forget. So let's choose that fertility rights, and let's look at Goa. And I'm only getting 20.3 for some reason. Not sure why. Oh, because I don't have an altar. Okay, you have to have an altar. Okay, that's fine. Grow city. So we definitely want... So cotton provides 2 food and 2 production. That's pretty massive. So that's already 3 food on the tile and 1 gold because it's on the river. And 1 hammer. So that's, I mean, we're definitely going there. Let's see, so what was that, 20.3? Okay, so we're going to pick that. Okay, and now I have the 3 food from the tile, and I have, let's see, 2 more additional food, I believe, from the cotton. So if you look at, and we have 17 hammers. Let's see, so if we look at our resources, we have 2 cotton here. So 2 food and 2 production towards Goa. So I think that was the right call to expand. We also kind of expanded a little more over. I'm actually surprised it didn't... I wonder why it didn't grab this tile and this tile. I'm not sure why. 1, 2... Oh, it's because it's more than 3 tiles away. Yeah, I think you can only expand more 3 tiles out. That makes sense. Because that's the maximum you can work. So that makes complete sense. Otherwise, when you grow, you could be working like a tile out here. So that makes complete sense. Alright, so let's drill down into the civics. Since we discovered mysticism, we got priesthood. So now we're getting more gold from all settlements. We can build an altar. Now, let's see. 10% growth rate in towns with a growing focus. I would really like to have that. Great steel. Gain 200 gold per age when you construct a wonder. Including this one. That's nice. And I would just like to have the clan networks. That's essentially, I guess that means that they're sharing food with the town and coming together, something like that. I have to do some more research and reading up on what exactly that's trying to tell you. So yeah, I think we're going to really push for Mysticism 2 because I want to go get a growing focus. I believe this has to do with trade routes. So that I'll get the Songhai Origins at some point, but not right now. And then we have units to command. I have a slinger now, or another slinger. Let's send them. Let's send them over here, across the river. And you know I'm going to make an altar. I want more happiness for celebrations. It costs 2 maintenance on gold, so that's unfortunate. But we want our growing focus. That's why we chose fertility rites. 5 turns. We're going for the altar. Now I did read a little bit about districts and quarters and things like that. So in the top left, you'll see that you have 2 slots available. So essentially, it becomes a district once you put a building down on an unpopulated tile, an unimproved tile, as it shows you. So let's see, altar, 3 happiness, +1 for each adjacent wonder. Provides benefits and warehouse bonuses based on Pantheon, can be purchased in town. Alright, now let's look and see where we can place our pyramids, because I definitely want to try to get the pyramids. Let me look at I think it's masonry. Yes, pyramids. Okay. +1 gold in production on rural improvements and districts on minor river and navigable tiles in this settlement. Alright, so navigable river and minor rivers must be placed adjacent to a navigable river, not in tundra. Okay. So essentially, I think you have to put it on a navigable river. So I don't think you can put it on a minor river. That's a good question, but I don't think you can. So I'm not sure where I'm going to place it. Probably right here, maybe. But I want my altar to also... Yeah, that's tough. I could place it here and then put the altar like over here. That would work, maybe. But I can't build the altar there yet, so there's some strategic element to that. I don't want to put the altar on the mines. Yeah, that's really tough. I wonder, so this makes it a lot easier decision if I can place the pyramids. I keep clicking on the wrong thing. If I can place the pyramids on, let's see. So you get the improvement on rural improvements in districts on minor river and navigable river tiles on the settlement. But then it says must be placed adjacent to a navigable river, not in tundra. So I don't think you can put it out here. It has to be placed next to a navigable river. Also, does that mean, I guess these smaller towns can't build the pyramids? Is this a navigable river? No. Okay. Yeah, that makes it so much harder. The pyramids might not actually do a lot for us, to be honest. Let's see, +1 gold in production on rural improvements in districts. on Mana River and Navigable River tiles. Okay. Yeah, honestly, it doesn't... I don't think it does a lot for us. Because we don't have, like, this huge flowing river... that we're doing improvements on. So I may not go... Okay, I may not go pyramids. That's completely fine. But I still think masonry is good to get the monument for culture and influence. So I don't regret that. So I think we're going to go with an altar. Probably put it down in the desert. Maybe right here. Yeah, I think we're going to go right here. It really uses the desert tile well for +3 happiness, so that's what we're going to do. Hopefully that's not a mistake, but we're going to have this kind of looks like an oasis. Yeah, that looks really cool. Alright. So now let's kind of explore a little more farther inland. Looks like we have another navigable river here with cotton on it, so I want to definitely explore that. And I realize it took a long time trying to... I just want to understand the pyramids a little more. Alright, so we find wine, and we have several tiles, at least 3 tiles of navigation here on the river. Actually looking pretty good. We have some happiness. We have wine, so people are very happy with wine. And then... Did these guys come out here? I'm not sure. I think they did. Let's see. I don't have sailing yet, do I? No, I don't have sailing. I think that lets my units cross. Yeah, transverse coast. So I believe these guys are just going to go back. Yeah, they're going to go back towards my main city. Keep them close to the city. I wonder if they will offer anything now. Befriend independent. 100. So that is a huge amount of influence. They're cultural. Oh, I like the flag. I just realized it's a cultural. I wonder if it's worth it to actually just try to befriend them. Do I want to... The question is, do I want to settle anywhere near them? And the answer may be yes. I need to get this coastal edifice. Let's see, they have happiness, they have salt near them, there's another one. They have deer. I mean, they're in a good place, they're in a good spot. They also have pearls. And if you look at the settlement, I don't know how far this extends, this red, where it's essentially saying you cannot settle. So I want to expand, and yes, I would like culture, but they're a bit encroaching on my land. So we are not going to remain very friendly with them. Alright, so we're going to fling a volley of stones into their encampment. Oh my god. They got flung out. I think they went into the ocean. And then, let's see. Probably attack. They get +2 defense for dense foliage. Interesting. Okay, this should take them out, I would think. We have another unit if need be. So did this not kill them? Are they... I think they're still alive. Are they... These battles, I'm wondering if they just keep battling or if they ever stop. I think they keep battling. In that case, we are... Oh, well, I guess I can't attack them while this guy's attacking them. That's kind of weird. Oh, no, these are rocks. I need to put my slingers up here. This is like a cliff. I did not realize that. I did not realize that at all. Okay, well, that's a cliff. I guess we can't get this until we have sailing. Okay, so next turn then. And they are building fortification. Oh no, we have a volcano eruption. With my warriors nearby. How wonderful. That's interesting. Beware, it can erupt at any time. And we're going to move my warriors. Let's go here. And then go here. Wow, we have the... Yeah, this is looking pretty good over here near the wine, and we have a forest over here that I guess they like the view of the volcano. They got 2 happiness. It's very appealing. We have gold over here. Yeah, this is looking like a very good city. 2 resource capacity in the city from the camels. And it looks like Gene is going to grow. So let's think about what we want to do with Gene. I don't think I'm getting the crabs yet, right? No? Okay. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. I guess when you click on it, you can see the green outline. Okay, so we're definitely going to get the crabs, I think, to make it grow more. And I understand that production in these cities, when you start getting hammers, gets turned into gold, I believe. And I need to keep track of my gold because I want to purchase some buildings in this city. So we're going to go ahead and... Well, would the wine be more beneficial? 2 happiness in the capital, and 5 culture when in a celebration. Okay, I've got... That's pretty good. And then 1 crabs provide 1 food on warehouse buildings. So that would be an additional food here. Oh, that's... That wine is really, really good. Right now I'm doing growth focus, so I'm going to get the crabs. For even more food, I think, because that's 1, 2, 3, and then this this fishing quay should provide another food, I believe. I don't know that it shows up here though, so let's look. We have 7.1. I think after this we'll have 11 maybe. Okay. Oh, we actually have 12. How did we get 12? Okay, so it does show another food here. Oh, I think the crabs provided 1 additional one. Let's see. Yes, the crabs provided 1 additional one, which gives me 12. So that was 3, 4, 5. That's 5 extra food for growing one citizen. Yeah, that's fantastic. I didn't look at what my growth was going to be, but that's fantastic. This little town is growing very quickly. New citizen in 4 more turns, so it's growing very good. And we're just going to move our slinger here. And I've been told that... Or not been told. I've read that some of these slingers and warriors, you don't have to pay maintenance cost on until they're like a more advanced unit. So I wonder why you can't just take an entire army of like warriors or slingers and take over a city early on. I'm not sure. We're still trying to figure out why I can't see Charlemagne. Thought I could. I thought was our initial first meet type thing, but maybe not. Still jealous he took the 20% culture. Really like that. So I'm sure I'm not playing optimally, but that's okay. We're doing okay. I'm going to... My skills will improve, I assure you. Alright, let's fire another volley. There we go. Here, took them out. Do they get experience? If they get experience, let me know. I thought they did, but... Or at least they did in other Civ games, but I don't see any way that they get experience. We're just gonna go into the encampment. And I believe we can... Let's see. Disperse independent. Heal. Okay, let's disperse them.
There is another world.
Alright.
But it is in this one.
And it looks like we just got Mysticism Part 2, which gives us... Oh, I see. It's an available policy. Okay. Alright, so... 20% growth. That's huge. I grow in 4 turns. I choose... Not a civic. Leader attribute available. Oh, wow. Have several things. Let's see. Independent have been dispersed. You have received... Oh my gosh. You receive 100 culture from dispersing them. That's what that meant. Okay. That is amazing. I guess they could benefit and be a city-state, and you could probably trade with them later on. But 100 culture early on is incredible. Now let's go to our government policies. Alright, 2 culture on palace. What do we want to do? I think we're going to take... I really would like to have the gold. I think we're going to take the culture off for now and add in the growth. Okay, so now... Well, it still says 4 turns. But we should be getting 20% now. Increases town, let's see, growth by 50%. Where do we see this? I'm not sure where we would see that. Other than here. Maybe we can... Let's look at the breakdown for food. Bonus plus 2. Oh, okay. Alright, I think it's this plus 2, this 20%. I think that's the plus 2 because I have 12. So 20% of 10 is going to be 2, so I think that's where that is. And then also you get 50% from the town growing focus. I'm not sure really where that's represented. So that should be a 70%. How much food do I have? Let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8. That's 8, 9, 10. I'm not real sure. Increase town's growth by 50%. I'm not sure how you see this other than here. I'd like to verify that these numbers match up. So that's something I'm going to dig into a little more, I think. I believe that it gives you, like, maybe it gives you, well, that's 3 food there. I'm not real sure about that. I'm going to have to dig in a little more into that and try to figure that out. So militaristic attribute, strength is best measured by the skill of its use. Wisdom sharpens power's blade. So I believe I received a new attribute. I'm not sure how to apply it, but that was from taking out that small sieve. Oh, here's how I apply it. Okay, so I have my one attribute. Gain war support on all of your wars, or 5 combat strength against independent powers and city-states. I think we're going to take this since we know we have more near us, and I wonder if this is permanent. I think it may be. Leader attribute, and I hope it's just for one game. I would think so. Because otherwise, the +1 war support on all of your wars is going to be substantially better. Let's see, it goes down into 50% influence towards levying units from city-states, 15 production towards training military units, ignore the happiness penalty from unrest and captured settlements. I think we're going to go with the combat strength against independence. Oh, it doesn't look like I can take it away, so I guess my decision is made. Okay. Hopefully you can get more than one. I'm not really sure how that works. We'll go to the civics tree since we got a large amount of culture really quickly. Okay, so we can get an army commander. I think I like the kind of like that wonder. Acts as a fortified district that must be conquered, must be placed adjacent to a district. +5 combat strength for fortified districts in all settlements. Dur Sharukan. Okay. Public life, +3 combat strength for fortified districts. The Oracle, when gaining rewards from a narrative event, gain an additional 20 culture per age. +1 wildcard attribute point must be placed on rough terrain. Okay. Yeah, I just don't know how often. I mean, it gets +2 culture. That's super nice. I don't know how often you get these narrative events either. Probably, let's see, scouts gain +1 movement and sight. And then discipline 2. Honor, +3 combat strength against independent powers. Wow. Okay. Okay, I think we're going to go with discipline now. For our scouts, we get an army commander. Yeah, I think we're going with discipline. And we'll move these guys here. Maybe explore a little bit with them. And we will go next turn. So that was actually a really There was a lot going on with that. I need to probably be training another scout here very soon. I've got 10 happiness. I need another city up quickly. I want to get this altar going. Let's see. Is it finished? I don't think it's finished. No, 3 more turns. Okay, 3 more turns. I really want to get the altar going to get the growth. And I just want to see, I guess you can see food here in the cities. Okay, I think this is the best breakdown I'm going to get, really. The city center is 3 on Gene. Urban districts produce 2, which is my fishing quai, and then my roll is 5. So that's 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then it's producing 12. So I have a bonus of that. Let me go to policies and see if this changes. Policies. Can we take this out at any time, I wonder? We cannot. I don't know. 2 available policies. I don't know what dictates when I can move policies. It seems when I get a new policy, I get a chance to change it. If you know, maybe let me know in the comments. I feel like this may be an instance where possibly it's a number of turns or something like that. I'm just not sure. So we're going to bring our warriors back. Want to have them near the capital, or at least some military near the capital. And probably so we're not surprised. I may start pushing back into this area because I know we have some hostile enemies over here. See, and they're going to just explore a little bit more. Oh, we found, what is this? Play. Okay, +1 production on warehouses. Okay. And let's see, we'll just move them back. And we'll start moving back also. Okay, they done what they were supposed to do. Still don't see any combat experience. These guys are gonna just keep pushing forward. I really want to explore as much as I can, and we have a scout from Kerma Village. Isn't that yeah? This scout is a long way from home. I think they were friendly. Yeah. Okay. Next turn. Okay, we have units here. Move them up. Probably move them like in the forests so they'll get a defensive bonus. And we'll also move these warriors up. I'm going to start bringing some of my warriors closer to the capital. Also, I may actually keep it like a battalion or 2, maybe the slinger and the warrior over here near Gene. I think that is a good idea. But yeah, we're going to keep these guys over here. Or at least nearby. And these guys are just going to keep exploring, I think. Let's move them up 1. And move them on. This looks like an elevated rock outcropping, so maybe I can see more. Possibly. There's some gold over here. There's a minor river. This jungle all has river near it. So this is looking really good. This city stays in the way. It's a gold city-state though. But yeah, I mean, I think there's let me look at my settlements. Yeah, there's fresh water all here. There's areas to settle. Yeah, that's looking really good. So I may have to think about moving upward. Okay, let's just gonna keep pushing forward here. Okay, and we have incense, plus 10% science, and marble. So we're discovering quite a bit now. We have warriors coming in. Are these from Kerma? I think they are. I think they're friendly. Yeah, they are. Alright, so it looks like we're growing our city again, which is fantastic. Now, let's see, which jade? 10% gold. Super nice. And I think I can buy something. I can. So now I can buy something. So it was a few turns. You know, the scout dying and the third video was not the best, but I was able to I'm able to purchase something fairly quickly. What do I want to purchase, if anything? I may just save the gold, honestly. Let's see, a brickyard. I don't see a lot of... Well, there will be mines. I just don't have any yet. A granary, farms, pastures, plantations, a sawmill. So I don't need those yet. Let's see. I get 2 happiness, 2 production in cities, and 4 productions in towns. So that 4 production is really nice. I kind of want to see how towns handle production. 10% gold. I can't imagine I'm producing a lot of gold. 5. And then 2 happiness, 5 culture when in a celebration. I've got 34 turns, so there's no hurry for that. Yeah, there's no hurry for that. The jade, 10%. So I think we're going to go with the hammers because we should get 4 production for this town. We have 1 now from somewhere. Not sure where we're getting the 1 from. Does it say? 1 production from a resource. Resource allocated, assigned resource. Must be the crabs. Maybe. Do we get a hammer from them? Let me look at resources. No. Huh. Okay, I don't know where that hammer came from. Yeah, where the heck did the hammer come from? That doesn't make sense. Gene. I see +1 hammer. I have no idea where that hammer came from. That's so crazy. Okay, so there's a lot of things I'm going to have to figure out in the UI and where this stuff is. Regardless, I think I'm going to get more hammers. And this is where I need to have a better understanding of how towns production works. Since you can only buy stuff, so for now I'm going to grow into here because it also gives me happiness, which is good. I have 10 right now. I'm sorry, 8 right now. And so that'll be 4 hammers, 5, 6. I think that'll be 6, which will put me at 7. So we're going to grow into the 10. All right, so we have a 10 mine here. We're mining 10. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11. Somehow I got 3 happiness from that. Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I can bonus. I think I can pick 1 food. Can I put this in my capital? 2 production. I think I can. Oh, I can. Okay. I've got 2 production in my capital now from the 10. Oh, that's nice. What happens if... Can I move that back? Yes. Can I move that back? What happens if I put 10 here? Oh, if you notice, now it's at 10. Oops. Let me... I hit the wrong thing. Okay, now it's 11. Let me put this 10 back. And I want to see... Let me look at... Yeah, so now I was right. I have 7. Didn't I have 12 food? I thought I had 12. I have 7 hammers. From resources. Yep. Okay, 10 and assign resource. Alright, so that's useful. Now what happens to the hammers? I think they're converted into gold. Let's see, I have 23 gold. Let's look at that. And there should be a screen that tells me that. How do I move this back? Okay. So now I have 19 gold. So it is, let's see, 5, 20, 21, 22, 23. So that's converted into hammers. Or converted into gold whenever I move this here. Okay. So that's good. I think I'm going to leave the crabs there now. And I'll put the 10 in my capital. And does that change my... Let's see, Amina gets... What does she get? +1 resource, +1 gold for each resource assigned to cities. Okay, so she gets an additional gold for it as well, I believe. So if I look at my resource, 10, I have 19. Well, it doesn't appear like that. Okay, I'm not sure. Not sure why that didn't go to 20. +1 gold per age. Never mind. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so now I should have more production. I have 20 production, so that's even better. Alright, so I think we're going to end our game here. I don't want to go too long on the video, but I can absolutely sit and play Civilization for hours and hours. Just one more turn, right? So let's move our slingers up. We don't see an enemy. I think we're going to move these guys, continue moving them out and exploring. And then we will we'll move our warrior up a little more. And I think we'll just kind of maybe move these slingers here and move the warrior closer to that city. That's the idea anyhow. We're going to put the slingers in Gene and kind of fortify there. And then here, I think these guys are going to just continue to explore the jungle. What do we need scouts for? I would really like to have my scout actually. We're going to continue going forward into the jungle here. And I think that is where we're going to end the game. When we start back, we should have our altar, which will also provide a growth bonus of, I believe, 20%. So that's, or our Pantheon gives us our growth bonus, actually. 10% growth rate in settlements because of our altar. So how much should that be? About 2 more? Yeah, 2 more food from the altar. Alright, that's where we're going to end the video, and thank you everyone for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.